Hello, it's Christy with the Chirp YouTube channel. I am your friendly online speech-language pathologist, specialist in children's communication development, which includes behavior, because behavior is a type of communication. This is a quick tip video. The purpose of these is to kind of break up a longer series that I'm doing where people might not wish to dive quite that deeply into the pyramid model, although it would be really helpful. Each video can stand on its own, so don't be scared. This video is meant to sort of speak to those of you who might be closer to the beginning of your journey in the area of children's development, or those of you who kind of want some quick refreshers on some of the basics. Today, we're going to be talking about why it's important to tell kids what to do rather than what not to do. Let's talk about the brain. First of all, deep in your brain is the structure that is the most primitive. It doesn't use language. It doesn't understand language. It understands visuals and emotion. Now, the fact that it doesn't understand words is very important because a lot of times when we are talking to kids, we expect them at a very base level to be able to understand words. When we say things like, don't hit. Hit is a word, but it's also a visual. That is hit. Kids have a picture of that in their heads, even at that deep level. What they don't have is a picture for don't, or not, or no. They have the hit, but they don't have the don't. So what happens is that every time you say don't hit, what the child's brain at the deepest level understands is hit, hit. So you're reinforcing that behavior that you don't want to see, and you're going to get more of it. Instead, what we should be practicing is phrasing everything in the positive. Instead of saying don't hit, we should say nice hands. Instead of saying don't run, we should say walking feet. Instead of saying don't yell, we should be saying inside voice. That is a very simple tip, and it's very hard to do. It takes some practice. I also have to practice this sometimes because it's very easy to just negate whatever it is the child's doing. Just put a no on the front and expect them to behave. But it doesn't really work. Because like I said, it reinforces what we don't want to see. Especially, in most cases, this is because the child is worked up. In those times when the hitting is coming out, or the screaming, or the running feet, or whatever it is, the child is worked up. And therefore, the higher level cognitive functions have kind of shut down. And so all that's working is that primitive brain that doesn't understand negation. One place we should be thinking about this strategy is in our class rules. First of all, if you don't have any rules in your classroom or your home, you should. They're a great way to get kids to understand what appropriate behaviors are and to work towards those behaviors, even if sometimes we mess up a little bit. Now, a lot of people's class rules might say something like, no running, no hitting, no throwing stuff, no talking when the teacher's talking. These are just some examples, but I know you know what class rules are. My class rules were keep myself safe, keep my friends safe, keep our stuff safe. You could also do something like nice hands, nice feet, nice words, be kind. It's not so hard. It is tricky to always be thinking that way, but we can do this. We're grown-ups and we can do hard things. Another area we should be thinking about this is in the verbal instructions that we give our students or our children. If you're trying to get your kids out the door, we could say speedy feet instead of stop taking so long. Of course, if we have visual supports to help us in the classroom, we don't want to have a picture of a kid hitting with the big red X over it, if at all possible. There are some circumstances where this is the only way we can think of to communicate something, but to the best of our ability, instead of having a hit with the red X over it, we could have nice hands. We could have peaceful hands. We could have two friends hugging or giving a high five. We don't need to use that red X, because when our kids are in that red alert moment, they're not going to understand the red X. They're not going to understand the negation. Negation is a higher level cognitive function that is not understood in moments of stress. That is the main point of this video, and the main point that you should take away with you. Tell kids what to do rather than what not to do. I hope this gave you some tips for working with the kids in your life. Thanks for being here with me today. It was a joy to see you, even though I can't actually see you. I'm imagining you, and you're pretty great. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.